love it.
Little son of a bitch. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Shut up! Well, here we go. Get in here! I ain't gonna lie, I'm taking my blanket off. And I'm sitting under the picnic table. I'm getting wet. Misty from one side. I don't want to be misted from one side. I think I gotta move my bag. 1 second. This is fun. Alright. Man. Hey, Grandma. We're fine. Cody, let's get under here. Come on. No. Under. Come here. Get on me. There. Stay up.
Gotta love the rain. Whee, there you go. I am 100% up under the picnic table. Yep. I hopped up under the picnic table because I wasn't sure how bad that rain was gonna get. And I ain't trying to get soaked. You think if I slept under the picnic table here, they'd call this camping? Does sleeping somewhere constitute camping? I'm curious, I wonder. Day 13 of rain. Here. That's how good it's raining. Thanks to their headlights. And I can still feel the mist. This is an unfortunate situation. Go away! I don't know how I get myself into this stuff. Well, that's a lie. I chose to walk across the country and now I'm dealing with spring weather. And this weather came on in like a split second too. It was nice and bright and now it's pitch black. Gotta love it. It's part of the experience. Who's in here with me? I don't know that I'll be live long, but I figured I'd say what's up, show you all the thunderstorm I'm dealing with. This is what makes it tough to walk across the country, is these storms. Uh-oh. Can you still see me? I don't think that person liked the fact that they saw somebody sitting under a picnic bench. Oh well. They're dry in their car, so I don't really care what they think. Just saying. Ooh-wee. There's some thunder right there coming. Watch this. Or listen to this. This is just... Oh, that was nice of her. I mean, rain is cool and all, and we need it, but it also floods the roads that I'm walking on. Like I tried to cut through the state park the other day, and it did not work. And another one bites the dust. Just kidding, here comes another semi. Ooh, and a Jeep. Hi-ya! I'm not scared, don't worry. I'm under concrete, not metal. Un momento, por favor. This is what's currently over me. It's not that big of a thunderstorm, but it still drench you. I personally don't mind like a lightning storm. I like lightning storms. Well, damn. All these semis getting blocked in. There's another one. Yellow dude's like, I'm gonna keep going, I got this, y'all better move up. Huh. Woo! I have no idea what's going on over there. Oop, another car. Watch, this is when somebody's gonna offer me a ride. When I'm all hunkered down under a picnic table. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I'd accept the ride. Maybe. If they were gonna bring me to like a park in Paducah, then I would. What's up, man? Getting some good shots of lightning up in here. I'm gonna have to take cuts of this and like slow it down and make shorts of them. Are y'all enjoying the thunderstorm? Kinda wish I had the 6646 for another hotel room stay. I'd walk back to the hotel room right now if I did. Even though it's a mile behind me, I'd still walk back. Yeah, that doesn't change the ground from being wet. It's just a hassle. But I like the lightning that's happening, so. Well, if that's the way I go, that's the way I go. I think it'd actually be kind of cool to be outside during a tornado, but that's just me. We can already tell I'm a little bit crazy. Alright, you gotta go away with your headlights. They're annoying. They're messing up the video, man. If you need the popo, press the blue light. Another night at the hotel is $66.74. Yeah, I saw those buildings. I know what you're talking about. They look. That's that was my thought about the buildings. Actually, was that could be cool, and then yeah, like probably not. The thing is those buildings have a ton of like bird poop and birds carry body lice. I ain't trying to like sleep nowhere where birds are congregating. That's funny. I think it's kind of cool that you know exactly where I am. I mean, I'm not in too rough a shape. I got boots under the tarp and I'm under the blanket because I didn't want to unpack my sweatpants. Oh yeah. And it got chilly. And I didn't want to sit under here with my legs on the concrete and whatnot, so I threw the blanket down. Yeah. They seem pretty cool, the ones that were here earlier. They actually seemed like they were going to give me a ride, but then they just went home, so. Which is fine, like, I'm not anybody's responsibility, you know what I mean? It was just the conversation that we had inside. It kind of sounded like they were down to give me a ride across the bridge. I mean, for me, like, I'll sleep right here under this bench in plain sight. What up, Lance? I have no problem doing that. If a cop comes up to me and he's like, "What are you doing sleeping at the..." Well, I'm walking across the country and there was a thunderstorm. What do you want? Like, are you gonna tell me that if you were doing the same thing as me, you wouldn't find shelter? Shut up. Also, find shelter next to a bathroom and water. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to stay here, but I'm stuck here. I tried to order an Uber 6 times to get across the bridge today. And every time it was like, no pet rides available. Well, damn, now I want somebody to kick me out, so I have $100 so I can go get a hotel room. I'm just messing with you. Get a hotel room and have $34 left over. The view from under the picnic table. I'm a spy. Oh shit! This isn't that bad though. I've been in worse where the wind is really blowing and the rain is coming down like sideways and there's almost no way to hide from it. No. I'm just trying to stay completely dry. Ooh wee! I actually like thunderstorms. What's up, man? I've been in a couple bad ones, but at this point in my life, doing what I'm doing, I'm at the mercy of like the universe and everything. I don't really fear the end. I guess when you start living, you stop thinking about the end because you're thinking about how you're gonna live, not how it all ends. Yeah. Well, out of the like 53 days that I've been walking, I would say 11, 12, or 13 of them have been like rain days. And I don't walk in the rain. My pack, it's a decent pack for $45, and it'll keep things mostly like dry. But the outside soaks up water, so it gains weight. Not to mention that I have the dog, and it just doesn't feel like right, like making him walk in this stuff because I chose to walk across the country. And I mean, he'd do it. Don't get me wrong, like he would do it happily. And then when we got to wherever we were gonna stop and whatnot, he'd be like, "Did I do good, Dad? Did I do good?" But I'd rather risk having a conversation with the troopers or the cops or whatever that'd be like, "What are you doing? Fucking keeping me and my dog dry." And I really don't care what I look like to other people sitting under here. Like the people that are driving by in their cars looking at me funny, shut up, you're in a car, you're dry. They know full well that if they didn't have, like, if they were doing what I was doing and they didn't have a dog, they'd be inside the building. He's literally just curled up under the... under the tarp. That's what he does. Now that he's under there, unless I make him move. What's up, Ashley? Unless I make Boots move from out from underneath that tarp, he'll stay there all night until it's morning time, and I tell him to get up. Good morning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a beautiful storm. Yeah, there you go. That's some good lighting. No. He's heard it, all sorts of stuff. No. So apparently Uber does not have a pet Uber down here in the area, because I tried to order an Uber 6 times today and they refunded the charge 6 times, saying that a pet Uber is not available. So I looked up like boat rental places that might be on the river between like Metropolis and Brookport, or even on the other side in Pudaka, or Paducah, and that was a no-go, because I was gonna be like, well, can I just pay you like $20 to drive across the river and pick me and my dog up? I don't know. If you don't ask, you don't know. And yeah, so I thought maybe hanging out at the truck stop might be a winner for something to be possible, but it doesn't look like it. Tomorrow I'm gonna walk to Brookport and hang out at the boat launch and see if anybody's putting their boat in, and see if they'll drive me or boat me over to the boat launch in Paducah. I don't know. I'm getting creative, so. And who knows? Maybe I just really wasn't supposed to cross the bridge today. I really truly didn't feel like I was in any rush while I was sitting here today. Like, I kind of just follow my gut. And if my gut says, okay, it's time to move, then I move. If it doesn't, then I don't. 2 cars just pulled up. Oh no, there's a guy under the picnic table. Oh no, what's he doing? Staying dry. Just walking out into that, in about 2 minutes I'd be soaked. That's the other thing too, is hypothermia is a thing. I don't have anywhere to like necessarily go that's guaranteed gonna be dry if I leave here. So I don't have a way to necessarily warm up if I get cold and wet, unless I just keep moving. Hey, you never know. Somebody might pull into the parking lot, see me under here, and be going home to Paducah, and be like, yo, what are you doing? Oh, you want to come stay with me? Have dinner? Whatever? I don't know. Weirder stuff has happened along my trip, so I'm not even worried about it. I'm not. The rain sucks. Yeah. Because, like, if I leave here, then anywhere I go to lay down is wet. Unless I find an abandoned building or whatnot, which they're around. Well, I mean, technically my journey began in Minnesota, but this part of, like, me walking across the country started 53 days ago in Thomasville, Missouri. Oh, this is tobacco. But yeah, so, like, I guess for the people that are new here, there's a few of you, and I guess I really haven't gone over it in a while, but I became homeless in December of 2023 in Minnesota. Winters are horrible up there. So I was in the shelter system. I have a work background that kind of allows me to get a job wherever I want. So when I stuck around for 6 months, it was more to learn about a different side of society. The side of society that everybody wants to ignore. The same side of society that I wanted to ignore when I was working downtown for corporate America when I was younger, and I always used to look at the homeless people and be like, why would you ask me for a quarter? What's a quarter gonna buy you? Well, when I became homeless, because I smoked cigarettes, a quarter buys you 2 cigarettes at the homeless shelter. So like I got to learn different things about that side of society and humanity. And when I decided I was done with that, I went to rural Minnesota, and within a week I had a job as a cook, because that's what I am as far as like a trade. I'm a cook by trade. And I had met somebody off of Tinder that it wasn't anything like crazy like that. Like we weren't into each other, but she had an extra room, and she was like, well, if you bike the 45 miles here, 42 miles or something like that, you can stay in the room. But turns out she was a drug addict and an alcoholic, and she freaked out on me the night before I started my job in that town. So I went and lived at a campground just outside of town for like a week and a half while working there. And while I was at the campground, I met somebody that had a cousin in a town 25 miles away. And it was kind of a do it or don't situation. She was like, I can give you a ride there tonight, but your bike won't fit in my truck. So I had to make a decision on whether or not I wanted to go to the next city that night so that I could wake up, because I had the next 2 days off. So I was gonna wake up the next day and go around town and look for work. So I made a split decision, did that, walked around town. Within 3 hours in town, I had a job lined up for the following week when I would be moving out there. I worked there for a few months, between like July 30th and like November. And then on November 9th, I got dropped off in Harrisonville with Boots. My first 2 nights there, I slept in a culvert in the city park. And then when we were walking around town, one of the first things I did was walk into the first dog groomer place that I saw, because if anything, they're gonna help my dog if they're not gonna help me. And they did. They gave Boots a bath for free, and then the owner ended up offering to watch him for free while I went and looked for work. So in that town, I had a job within a week, and then within a week of working there, a coworker offered me a room to rent, and I wintered over in Harrisonville. And on like February 3rd, February 4th, something like that, I went and lived on a primitive homestead in Arkansas for a month and a half with Boots, and then like learned gardening, learned animals, homesteading, whatnot, and then on March 20th started walking. I mean, not really. This is a very uncomfortable spot for me to sit in. I'm too tall for me to actually sit up against the wall in a like decent way. But like I also don't want to lay down because there's still people pulling into the parking lot. I don't want it to look like I'm passed out and they call the cops on me. But yeah, there's kind of a rundown of my journey over the past like year and a half. Oh, I'm under a picnic bench. I'm at a rest stop, sitting under a picnic bench because of the thunderstorm. very fun adventure I've been having the last couple weeks with all the rain. Not making very much progress, but I was just writing in my journal earlier and talking to myself about how like situations like this test my patience and like my mental fortitude, my willingness to adapt to situations that I don't necessarily like. Oh, I know you ain't coming over here. There was a big old beetle. It is. Here, I'll show you a map of where I'm going. The blue dot. And the end of the red line is roughly where I want to go. The red line is roughly the route. Guys, look at this cloud. Oh, that's a bad picture of it. I've thought about that too, but I'm not gonna call and ask for a ride. But if one shows up and is like, do you need help? That is gonna be the first thing I ask for is, yeah, I need to safely get across the bridge. Like, I don't. It is what it is, though. Like I said, you just don't. I don't rush anything anymore in life. Oh, nice. I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I could do that. It's just walking. And yeah, no. There's a lot more that, like, goes into it. Like, if I'm honest, it's been in the back of my mind recently to be like, you know what? Let me just find a place to get a job and work for a month. Which, to be honest, isn't necessarily a bad idea or like me trying to quit walking, but it's honestly the only reason I'm thinking about it is because my body is tired. I mean, I didn't train for what I'm doing. I just picked up a backpack one day and was like, I'm gonna start walking. And now I'm here. Yeah, that's the plan, Dozer, is to hike the like meet it somewhere halfway or like bottom quarter and hike the rest of it down. I've met a couple women that walked across the country. I'd be lying if if I said that, like, they didn't have any problems. Like, they got taken advantage of or pushed around much more than I do. I mean, quite honestly, I don't get pushed around at all. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is. That's why, like, somebody hopped in the chat earlier, because I was live and was like, get a job, and I was like, do you realize that, like, stopping and getting a job would quite honestly be easier than what I'm continuing to push my body to do? Not only that, but like, mentally it would be easier too, to be like, oh, all I gotta do is wake up and go put some stuff on a plate, and yeah, that'd be easy. But knowing that, like, you're going to bed, like, I'm probably gonna sleep under this picnic table on the concrete in not a very comfortable position because I want to stay away from the edges and stay dry. So, like, I'm not gonna get a comfortable night's sleep, but then I'm supposed to wake up and walk miles. It gets mentally draining. It tests your mental fortitude, that's for sure. I have a sleeping bag. That's part of the reason that I have a tarp, is my sleeping bag is wrapped up in the tarp. While I'm walking, if I do get caught in rain, it keeps my sleeping bag dry. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love what I'm doing, but it can be very draining at times. You know, even just walking into new towns can be draining, especially new smaller towns, because people want to hear and know your story. So you kind of automatically, like, by choosing to walk into a small town, you're almost automatically choosing to, like, have conversations with people, whether or not you want to or not. And yeah, I've only ran into a few people where it's an awkward conversation where they're like, well, why are you doing that, when I tell them that I'm walking across the country. And it's like, I've decided now the answer is because I can. I mean, the truth is, most of the time I tell people that, like, well, my mom passed away in September 2023. I became homeless in December of 2023. Unrelated, but I was no longer tied to Minnesota anymore, and I wanted to go on an adventure and find a new place to live. I actually have found that, well, at least me, maybe it's just the way that I am, but I'm pretty well accepted by the small town people. Thank you. It's been a while. I wish I could call her and tell her about all the things that I see and do, but such is life. Lived in Deer River, huh? Just messing with you. For those of you that don't know, there's a correctional facility in Deer River. I'm not accusing you. You don't have to out yourself. I mean, Minnesota's awesome. It's just the fact that, like, I mean, there's more details in my life, but I signed my contract for the Marine Corps back in the day, and I really wanted to leave Minnesota. And then I might be thinking of a different place then. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? Moose Lake. See, Deer River, Moose Lake. But yeah, anyways, I ended up having a daughter, and I opted out of the Marine Corps, and I got a job at a call center, and then I haven't been able to see my daughter since she was like 4 and 4.5. She's 14 now. You know, there's, once my mom died and me not being able to see my daughter, I don't get along with the rest of my family. They don't know if I'm, you know, alive or dead. They have no idea where I am. And it's not like they've tried to reach out. I still have the same phone number that I've always had. Or at least the same phone number that they would have had last for me. And yeah, so this journey is just for me to go find my people in my place, and because I was no longer tied to Minnesota. Minnesota is a nice place though. Great forest, great lakes for fishing. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I kind of created this YouTube for when my daughter turns 18 and she wants to reach out to me. I don't have to try and convince her of who I am. She can just watch my content and see it, because who I am with you guys on here is the same way that I am with people in the streets. Yeah, thankfully the mosquitoes have not been that bad down here. I've actually been pleasantly surprised, considering. Yeah, I was down in Arkansas in the Ozark Mountains in February, and it got down to like 9 degrees out there, and like winter kind of hit for the last little bit there. And my hosts were like, yeah, winter. I was like, if you call this winter, I'm down for it every year, because it was cold for like a week, and then it was 70 degrees and I had my shirt off. Like, it was sweet. I only saw snow like 5 times this year. I'm not, like, I don't plan to go back up north. That little hook, this little hook is as far north as I really want to go. Maybe a little bit more into Virginia here. And I might end up more on the eastern side of Tennessee. I'm not sure. I'm not even close to that area, so I haven't made a decision. That's what's up, Dozy. I found a piece of land out that way in the Ozarks for like $6,000 overlooking Table Rock Lake. If I had the money for it, I'd buy it and put a camper on it. The homestead that I was on, their land actually butted up to the national forest, the Ozark National Forest. Like we were in nature. We had to drive through a creek to be able to like get to the house, get to the property. And if it rained like it's been raining, like you're landlocked, you're stuck at home. It was a really cool experience. I learned a lot. And then I decided to put myself out into the elements. That was a cop. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. He gonna lock me up. He gonna lock me up. Does Illinois have a stop? Is Illinois a stop and ID state? I don't remember. Hell yeah. That's what's up. I don't know if it's a stop. Somebody do a quick Google search that like can use their phone and see, look up, is Illinois a stop and ID state? Even if it is, they still have to have reasonable suspicion that I'm committing a crime to ID me. Am committing a crime, will commit a crime, or have committed a crime. Welfare. They still have to have RAS to be able to get my ID. And me sitting under a picnic table at the rest stop is not a crime. You can't consider it loitering when it's literally a park. At least I'm pretty sure, and that's what I would say. I wish I had extra money. They have vending machines in there, but like a bag of chips is $1.50. I was gonna buy myself some sour Skittles, $2. Oh, kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, kitty. Oh, hi, you're so wet there, girl, kitty. Boots, leave it alone. Nope. Hi, kitty, kitty. What's up there, kitty? Hi, kitty, kitty, kitty. What's up, you? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, you're somebody's pet. You're not feral at all. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. Boots! Leave it alone. I called it over here. Go back under your tarp. Come here, sweetie. Kitty, 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 kitty. Nope, she's gone. By the way, I don't like cats. I like cats when they're not mine. No. He doesn't. So ever since the homestead, they had three cats, but there was two that were around all the time, and Boots and the two cats, they had a little attitude towards each other, to put it simply. I don't know, but shit, that cat has not been out here since like it was a kitten, because if it had, it would not walk up to me. Not that close. Well, Boots doesn't hate cats. It just, the cat got too close to me.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quiet. Quiet. No, sir. Leave it be. Go back under your tarp. Go back under your...
Guard dog there, huh?
What's that?
Got a guard dog, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Good to have.
Well, we're walking across the country together, so
Oh,
he's my protection.
yeah.
You know? Oh, quiet. Leave it alone. Quiet. Good boy. Good boy. I already knew it was there, though, before you did, because you were under the tarp. Get back under there. Go away. Go sleep. Go sleep. Yeah, I've been on the road for 53 days, and I've been caught by... I said I've been on the road for 53 days, and I think I've been caught by the rain in like 12 or 13 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You walking?
Yeah. Yeah, backpacking across the country.
Oh, you're just doing it because you want to? Or?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
well. Where'd you start out at?
Well, I started out in Missouri, Thomasville, Missouri, and I'm kind of making a loop around the East Coast.
Oh, okay. Well,
And then,
cool.
yeah, I'll probably only get to do like 1,100 miles by September. But yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
be safe.
Thank you.
Be careful, buddy.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Pretty good lightning out here a while ago.
Oh yeah. I got some video of it. Yeah. Now it's just like straight raining. There's no thunder and lightning anymore. That moved on. See, there are some cats that are cool, and like I've never personally had one. Well, I take that back. I had a childhood cat that was cool until my half sisters moved into the house and brought a cat with them, and then he turned into a complete jerk. Started peeing on my clothes to mark his territory and stuff, and yeah. So that's where my like dislike for cats come from, is because of Pringle, my childhood cat. Otherwise, I totally would have fed that cat a little bit of Boots' food. I like animals. I just would never have a cat as a pet. Unless I was on a homestead and needed it for like a feed shed cat. I don't walk in the rain. I avoid the rain. I don't think it's fair to put my dog through a rainy walk. And I personally am not a huge fan of walking in the rain. I'll do it, but like I explained it earlier.
Be safe out there, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Like I explained it earlier, my backpack isn't like water retardant. It's water resistant, so it keeps my stuff mostly dry, but the bag itself soaks up water, so it adds to the weight that I'm carrying when I walk in the rain. I mean, Kringle was a great cat before Sky came into the house, and before we found out that I was allergic to cats and my mom no longer let him sleep in my room. That changed his attitude too. A picnic table. A concrete brick picnic table. I'm staying out of the wind and staying dry. In a lot of ways, dude, doing what I'm doing brings back a lot of like boyish childhood like adventure dreams and whatnot. Like if I wasn't at a rest stop that's busy like this and I was at a park and it was secluded, I would throw a tarp over this and actually have a shelter. But like being able to make a fort out of anything. Grown man living boy dreams. Kind of. I mean, that's honest. I'll say it about myself, so I'll say it before anybody else does. Ha! I think that's one reason I don't have a lot of haters is because I hate on myself, but I don't hate myself. Like I was standing outside of Dollar General the other night and some like punk teenagers walked out of the store and one of them took what he was trying to pay for, except for the cashier walked away apparently. But I just kind of snickered at them as they walked out talking about it like stupid kids. And as they drove out of the parking lot, one of the kids was like, effing bald N-word. And I was like, really? Like, I know I'm bald. I actually think I look pretty good bald. But I've been balding since I was like 22. It's not an insult anymore. But it was funny because chances are one of those three dudes is going to end up bald. Just statistically. And it's probably going to be the one that yelled that out the window. Well, damn, man. I'm 34. Admin, moderator, get him. Kick him out of the chat. I'm just kidding. I don't have a moderator. I believe in free speech. However, YouTube does not, so I have no control over what it already censors out of like live chats. What are you doing? Huh? Are you just trying to snuggle up closer and closer? I don't want to share your ticks. Keep them to yourself. When did I get one what? I forgot what we were talking about real quick. Sorry. Boots distracted me. I really want to know if they would consider this camping though. Oh, I don't have a moderator. If I was going to make anybody a moderator, it'd probably be Fish Smoke. But I also wouldn't want to give him that, like, not give. I would want to give it to him, but I wouldn't want to put it on him as far as a responsibility. Maybe once I could, like, pay him for, you know, a certain fee for moderating for an hour. Because I'm pretty sure moderators get paid, right? At least I would want to get paid if I was a moderator. Because you're still dedicating time of your life to somebody else to be their moderator. Unless you're just some, like, suck-up, brown-noser, people-pleaser type of person. It's just like, yeah, I'll be your moderator. I'll spend hours moderating your life. No. This is the only one with a, like, rope. It's fine. That was like the janitor guy that works here. He didn't have a problem with me being here. I've been here almost all day. Mostly because it was storming earlier, and then it said that it was gonna storm at 1, and then it was gonna, or at 2, and then it was gonna storm at 4, and then, yeah. The weather's been real off. Or the weatherman has been. They're great people. They're awesome people. I'm glad. But their time frames for when the weather is going to hit has really been throwing off the miles that I could make. It's true. It is very true. I tried fundraising $66.74 earlier so that I could stay in a hotel room again. The hotel room that's a mile back that way. But I wasn't able to do it in the time before I had to check out. I probably should have mentioned it in last night's live. But I already had a hotel. I wasn't gonna ask for more. And I wasn't seriously like on here being like, I need money. Each time I saw a person pop on, I wasn't like, yo, I'm fundraising money. I just kind of let it be my title. I wasn't really concerned. If it was supposed to happen, it was supposed to happen. If somebody wanted to gift me the $66.74 for another hotel room night, it was gonna happen. If they didn't, if nobody did and it didn't happen, it wasn't like, my situation doesn't change. You know what I mean? Afternoon showers tomorrow. Yay! It's alright. I should be able to get across the bridge tomorrow. I have a feeling going down to Brookport and trying to get a ride across that bridge will be easier. That's funny. Yeah, but see, that's why like I would need to pay you, because then like you would have a reason to dedicate the hour to me. But then again, like I would have to work around your schedule as a moderator. If tonight, which I know Monday nights is wrestling night, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, fine. And I guess I won't go live on Mondays. I'll go live on Tuesdays. Yeah, I went and sat in the bath again. If you're so free, come give me a ride over the bridge. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I definitely went back and sat in the tub. The water didn't get very hot, but no, see, the nice thing about like I wear myself out walking. So like, to be honest with you, I want to be asleep right now. But going to sleep like this early or 8:30 to 9, going to sleep at that time means I also wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning. But it's still dark, and a lot of times it's dewy and damp. So like I gotta let my stuff dry out a little bit. What do you mean you can't hear? Oh. Was it really that bad? You couldn't hear me at all? You're better. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I was talking about going to sleep. I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, but it's still dark, and like everything's usually damp or dewy still. So like I gotta let my tarp dry. So usually I don't get moving until like probably 8:30, 9, 10. That's also weather permitting. Alright, I can't do it no more. I'm gonna have to. Ow! What the hell was that? I just sat on something pointy. Eh, I guess. It could be worse. Un momento, por favor. Oh, I don't really want that. I want the... Man. I almost pulled out a pack of dog food. All right. He's got raccoons stealing his bird feed. He posts videos too. I don't know if it's really content for you though, Evan. But then again, I'm not your dad. I ain't gonna tell you what to watch. Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. Dude, they're greedy. I knew what you meant. I'm about to eat some tuna myself. See if I can make this work now that I'm like laying down. Whee! Are you guys having fun on the roller coaster? Oh. I think I might. But don't breathe too much. Hey. Oh, you're slipping. Damn. Alright, well. What's my phone charge at? 19. Does this work? Uh-oh. Butch, shut up. I'm gonna have a way to like actually set this in. Oh, hey. I have an idea. It's as good as it's gonna get, I think. How do I manage to sleep nights like this? It's not always easy, but you get used to it. Then I got my food. Earlier I had some chili cheese Fritos that I mixed with this, and it was actually really good. But I can't justify $1.50 to go buy another bag. I mean, I guess, but you're just encouraging them to be little assholes in the neighborhood. Somebody asked me in a comment what the weirdest thing I eat in a day is. And I was like, well, I eat tuna every day. So, I mean, I think that in and of itself is kind of weird. Hey, the cat's back. Hey, cat, you want tuna? I think it's pregnant. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, hey. I'm just having my spicy tuna. I was not able to get over the bridge. It is the best kind. So earlier I bought some. Hey, maybe if I do. I bought some chili cheese Fritos and mixed it with it. You got to try it. It was really good. There you go. I'm glad people can come hang out with me and smoke. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I added salt and pepper and a little bit of hot sauce, but the chili cheese Fritos is what set it off. Oh, what the? Boots, my goods, booty, booty, rocking everywhere. Ah. Okay. You must have it. Well, what in the... Where the fuck did it go? Alright, I got that. Steak. Just stand up. That's all. Look at me peeking out from underneath the table, looking at the top of it because I can't find my freaking medicine jar. I mean, I guess it doesn't really. Okay. I'll let you lay back down. Come on, get back here. Come on. Back up. Get back under there. Ah. All right, what I miss? What I miss? Hell no. You guys are funny. Oh, hell. Now I lost the important vape. Nope, that's my knife. This is another shitty part about like living like this is the chaos of it sometimes. Like what the No bueno. How do you do this to yourself? At least. What the? So, oof. Oof. All right. Ooh. Is that it? No. Guys, I lost my fun pen. Never mind, it was in my lap the whole time, even when I got up and kneeled. I'm sorry, Boots. I'm dumb. Okay.
Okay, you can go back to laying down. Yeah. There you go. Lay down. Come on. Don't lay on my leg, man.
Alright, what else did I miss? You like sour beer? Oh. I mean, people do like them. That's why they exist. Some of them are good. A bread bag bong. You mean a gravity bong? Or a volcano? Should say. Is that what it is? Smokes? Is it a volcano type thing? Yeah. I've done that back in the day. I used to have a gas mask. Gas masks are brutal. I wouldn't do those again. Or do it again. But the 2-liter bottle stuff, you can do that in like the bathtub and you call it a gravity bong. I mean, the gas mask is tight. It just makes your face sticky, depending on how many times you hit it. But you really only need to hit it one good time with one good set of buds, and you're ripped. I've watched people throw up at it though. Like, yeah. Like, Sir smokes a lot here. Back in the day when I was a teenager, I used to take the mini Gatorade bottles and I'd make a little bong out of them, except for I'd keep the top and I'd put a little, you know, the hoses they use for like fish tanks, the bubbler hose, like that size hose, and I would stick it in the top. That way, like while you were driving, you could hit the bowl. It was convenient. Me and the buddy used to roll around all the time, and like you just hold the hose and like hide under your arm, and you'd be hitting it, and it was very inconspicuous. I made a steamroller out of a maple stick one time too. A maple stick and um, a ratchet head. Well, it looks like the rain quit. If I wanted to, I could probably walk. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I wish I still had the steamroller. That thing was pretty cool. I had it for like a decade. I'm a fan of that. I had a buddy that had it wasn't like custom or nothing, but the way the dash was set up, the inside came out, but only if you moved it just right and one little pin. So we'd stash stuff behind it and they'd be like, "Now let us search the glove box." Okay. Unlock it for them, show them that there's nothing in it. They'd leave it alone. I don't really like edibles. Yeah. I remember doing that back in the day. Making the doob tube too. Fill it with the dryer sheets and blow through it so it didn't smell like weed. I was pretty open about the fact that I smoked weed when I was a kid. Wow, everybody disappeared. Bye. Everybody said, "I got high, I gotta go to sleep." Stoners. What the hell? That's funny. That reminds me of the little girl that like tells the teacher that they have a bunch of weed at home, and they end up showing up at the house like CPS, and she's like, "Yeah, see all the weeds?" She points to a bunch of weeds in the yard. I'm so freaking tired. There you go. I've done stuff like that. I don't have any of it anymore. Well, I'm debating on whether or not I want to move. The rain's supposed to be over for now until tomorrow afternoon. And if I walk for a half hour, I can get to the George Rogers Clark Trail and sleep off of that instead of sleeping here. But here I have a bathroom that's available. I don't know. We'll see if Uber works or if I can catch a ride tomorrow. I have a couple plans. Sit outside of Dollar General for a little bit, and then sit by the boat launch for a little bit and see if I can catch a ride by either truck or boat. That's the idea. Yeah, but that's noticeable. Right now I'm less noticeable because I don't have anything like set out. I mean, if people pull up right there like they had been, they see me, but otherwise the rest of like the truckers that are walking in and out, they're not looking over here under the picnic table. They don't know I'm here. This is stealth camping at its finest. Literally being out in the open, but also being invisible. You're in a place that nobody would necessarily think to look for, like, somebody being at this time of night. But I mean, I do have my tarp out as far as a rain shield. Rain splatter shield is more so what it was. But I think I'm gonna end this live. It's been like 2 hours. Not really, you just can't hear the semis running. There's a low rumble of semis, but it's kind of a nice white noise. Since you weren't here for earlier. There's a guy sleeping in that car though. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. The nice thing is like doing what I do, I make myself tired. I can pretty much fall asleep anywhere I want. And because I have boots, I'm not really worried about people walking up to me. And if they do walk up to me and get close enough or whatever, he'll jump out and bark at him and he'll jump off. So, no, I don't want to cuddle him. He's got ticks. The tick treatment stuff that I gave him didn't really work, so I gotta do like a second dose or something. But I picked like, I don't know, a good like 40 of them off of him last night. And then I picked even more off of him tonight. Poor buddy. It is what it is though. He loves rolling around and running around in the woods. Can't do anything about it. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go. I was almost just waiting until it hit like the exact 2-hour mark. Good night, Valkyrie. Thank you for the money earlier. Sleep well. I hope you got high enough. He's passed out already. He's pushing up against my legs using me for heat. Alright, bye guys. I'll talk to you later. I waited until the 2-hour mark, you see? Well, not really. Not yet. Almost. Just like almost right there. No. Right there.